saying that there's basically three levels. There's war, there's peace, and there's real peace. So basically, this we started with showing the differences between Shlomo and Moshe. Shlomo was Ish Manucha. He brought all the nitzotzos to him. He did not have to go into the land of the enemy. The end of the enemy came to him. Whereas Moshe needed to go around in the midbar and carry the ark there. And it says, "Vayafutz oivecha," his enemies would be scattered, meaning he was in the land of the enemies in the midbar ha'amim, and that was called a way of milchama, of war. We said, however, that does not contradict what it says in another place, that Moshe was called a man of peace. And who can explain why that is?
Because
elsewhere in Chassidus it says that Moshe's going around in the midbar was a way of manucha, but not a way of war. How do we explain that?
Is there a level of like the Mishkan that when it's going around the desert, it's just like stopped in one place, and it's like.
But the point is that the birurim, something like that. The birurim, the refinement happened in what's called derech mamela. It happened automatically, which means that they didn't actually have to fight with anybody. I'm talking about the work of the Aron.
Right.
For let's say 39 years in the desert. Okay, they're actual dealing with the snakes and scorpions. They're actually dealing with the desert itself, not the enemies in the desert like the Og and Sichon. They didn't have to fight with them. They just brought the ark there, and the ark flattened the mountains and it killed the scorpions. Like, in other words, there was a matter of just the klippas subdued themselves to the ark. But in order to get that to happen, they had to be in the territory of the enemy. So that's sort of like a middle ground. On one hand, the klippas were subdued automatically, like Shlomo. On the other hand, they had to go into the land of the enemy, unlike Shlomo. That's why he's the true man of peace. Remember that from yesterday? Okay, does everyone understand that? Yeah. Okay. So, it turns out there's actually sort of three levels. There's two levels of peace and really a level of really what we're going to call war. What's that?
Three levels of refinement. There's war, and there's going into enemy territory, and then there's like not doing anything.
Right. There's going to enemy territory, but the not going to war.
Yeah.
And then there's staying home and letting the enemies come to you. Okay. Let's just try to figure exactly where I left off. Okay. Okay, so we're going to take it from page Nun Aleph, the first paragraph, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lines from the bottom, above Tes. And it was above Os Tes. Everyone sees what I'm talking about? Baruch, you got that?
Oh yeah, I got the place alright.
In Chet?
Go make a photocopy, you want one?
Yeah, you have.
You have to take someone else's book. Right?
You mean photocopy?
Yeah, do it.
Okay, sure.
After this, we're going to probably all need... Should I just do another quick round of photocopies myself? Maybe I should. You guys mind waiting 1 second? Yeah. Alright, because we're going to go on to the next.
Alright.
Before we do that, let me see which the photocopy that you have.